It's ours.
Yeah.
Not that one.
It's the one behind that.
The one behind it. Yeah. I wanted somebody to tell us to top of that shit. This is our second day on our new boat. Her name's Holly Belle, and she's a 2005 Gemini 105 MC. She's 33 foot long, and she's a catamaran, which is interesting because we've owned two monohulls in the past year, and when we decided we wanted to buy a cruising boat, we were only looking at monohulls, and we only thought, well, we didn't really consider a catamaran to be one of the options, mostly because of cost. Catamarans are usually 2 to 3 times the cost of similar monohulls in age and length. And
so we saw quite a few monohulls in our search, and then this was actually only the second catamaran that we had seen, right?
That's right. This is the second one we saw. And from the pictures, I knew that there was a good chance we would like the boat. Mm-hmm. But I think once we stepped on it, walked around, and got a sense of the space, I think we really saw ourselves. I think we really decided that this is a boat we could see ourselves living on. And that was a big consideration for us, was livability.
Yeah. We'll be working remote, full time.
Yeah, being able to spread out and maybe both take a phone call at the same time is really important. Fortunately, with this boat, there's 2 separate aft berths which are in complete separate hulls, and the doors can close. So we feel like we're going to have a really nice workspace. We have this large settee here in the salon, a really nice big queen master berth in the master stateroom, and we've just spent the past 2 days deep cleaning this boat.
Deep cleaning.
Yep. Not too bad. It really wasn't that bad, but definitely we explored every crevice of this boat. A lot of scrubbing, a lot of bleach, and we feel a lot better about it. So we spent our first couple nights on it. Kind of got a sense of what it would be like to live on it. The space is something we need to get adjusted to. It's close quarters. But I think we can make it work. I think the width of this boat and the fact that there is separate spaces on it makes it much more livable than some of the other ones we considered.
While in Pensacola, we got to spend a lot of time seeing the area, enjoying coffee shops and local restaurants.
We grabbed lunch at the Garden. It's an outdoor food hall, just a short walk from the marina. It has food trucks made out of converted retro Airstreams. Super cool vibe. And the food is pretty good too.
And so we did take it out yesterday, just for a little bit of a motor. We did not end up getting the sails up. There was a bit of a storm coming through.
Also, we had an issue with the autopilot. We weren't using the autopilot. We were motoring through the Pensacola Bay, and I decided to just quickly engage the autopilot, pull the clutch on it, the autopilot, to engage it, just to test it out, and it wouldn't disengage. So I moved it to a point where I felt like it was not hurting the motor, but there was still a lot of resistance, and because I had to steer the boat, I had to just turn the wheel really hard, and there's this terrible crunching, and then pieces just started coming out of the wheel drive on the autopilot, and then I knew there was a major problem. So we did a 180 and headed back for our slip here in Palafox. Me fighting the helm all the way because the autopilot was, making it harder to steer.
And then we had gusts of wind coming through with the storm.
Storm clouds here, storm clouds there, our marina. Perfect.
Yeah.
So it became a very interesting docking experience, especially because the maneuverability of this boat compared to the monohulls, the little monohulls that we've had, it's crazy different.
Well, there's a lot to learn with docking. Fortunately, the $1 million fishing boat in front of us was away. They were out when we pulled it back in. Otherwise, I don't think we would have been able to get it in. So
Yeah. That was interesting. So next steps, the boat is here in Pensacola. What is this? The Palafox Pier?
Yeah, Palafox Marina.
Which is a beautiful area.
Oh, beautiful.
Really great to explore. But right now the boat is in Pensacola, and our plan is to get it a little bit closer to us, and we are in between Destin and Panama City Beach and Inlet Beach. So
we'd really like to have it in Freeport. Currently there's no room in Freeport. We're working to get us a slip there. In the meantime, we're going to be gone for a couple weeks, so we're going to leave it here in Pensacola. Maybe when we get back in mid-August, we'll either move it to Freeport, hopefully something's freed up by then, or it'll probably end up in Panama City Beach or Panama City. It's the way it's looking right now, but slips are hard to come by right now, especially in Panama City.
Mm-hmm. So it's the end of July right now, and we will be planning to move it at the end of August, and then we plan to move on to it in November when our lease is up at our apartment. Yeah.
Some work still needs to be done.
Yes.
The
Need
boat,
a new autopilot.
New autopilot for one. That would be good. But it's really, there's not that much. We're really close. We've done most of the cleaning, most of the heavy lifting. Now it's just making it our own. You can turn the AC back on now.
It's hot.
'Cause I'm sweating.